Hey, what's going on, everybody? It looks like the third time was the charm. We finally got a horror anime to go up. We have tried Higurashi, and it looks like Shiki was our go-to. So, yay, episode 1 is up, and we're about to jump into episode 2. I wasn't super huge on it. I'm gonna be real with you. The first episode of Pandora Hearts kind of freaked me out a little bit more than this one did. But every good story has to start somewhere, so I'm hoping that if we continue to watch it, maybe it'll build. I've seen a lot of people say that this is a really good horror anime. Some have ranked it even as being the #1 horror anime. So I'll shut up now and we'll just jump right into it. Alright? Alright.
How could this have happened? How could Megumi die like this? A simple case of anemia can kill someone so quickly?
I'm not sure. I won't know more until I can examine her. It appeared to just be anemia. But even if it was something more, I felt certain we could afford to wait until the blood test results came back. I honestly don't know what to make of this. What would you like to do? If possible, I'd like to perform an autopsy to see if I can pinpoint the exact cause of death.
No autopsy!
Please, honey.
It's all right. I understand. I know what I'm asking is very difficult.
I'm sorry, but I can't allow you to do that. She's a young girl, gone before her time. Please just leave her in peace.
Very well.
Leave
Time
our
of death is
pieces.
2 a.m. Cause of death is acute heart failure.
Sorry for skipping intros and outros. We've been over this. You know the deal.
Hey, Natsuno, where are you running off to? The Shimizus are holding the funeral at noon.
Yeah, I know. I'll be there.
That kid's a fucking turd. I'm just saying, like, some girl just died, and it's like a girl you went to school with who you knew liked you, and the only thing you're concerned about is opening up a fucking window. That's a grade A jackass. I like him.
This village is surrounded by wooded mountains on 3 sides. Momi fir trees populate the mountains, confining the village and shaping it into a triangle like the tip of a harpoon. It's a small village, with a population of only 1,300. The people cultivate the fir trees and use them to create grave markers. Those trees for the dead cut them off from the outside world. In short, this village is surrounded by death.
I'm so sorry he got away from me. I switched into a bigger collar and he slips out of it so easily. How are your legs feeling, Natsuno? Any more of those pesky growing pains?
Yeah. Could you stop doing that, please?
What?
Calling me by my first name.
Oh, you don't like it? I think it's nice. A solid, strong-sounding name for a teenage boy to have. So was your mom the one who gave it to you?
No, my dad. He says it's the name of some old-time noble.
I see. Name for nobility. How romantic.
His romanticism is what landed us in this place.
I'm sorry. It's just living here.
I know. It is kind of a backwoods village.
No, really. That came out the wrong way.
Don't be so embarrassed. I know it's true.
Ah, good morning, Ritsuko.
Morning.
That big city kid doesn't seem to be adjusting well.
Are those two dating?
No, from what I hear, she's dating the Mutos boy.
What's the matter?
I don't like it. Everyone is in everyone else's business. Keeping tabs, taking notes, starting rumors. What?
Welcome to small town life. What's this? I can almost see her planning this out. Writing and rewriting it.
So, the weather's been warm lately, huh? I sound like a total loser!
Poor Megumi.
Haven't you thought about it? Getting out of this place, I mean. Nurses are needed everywhere these days, you know? Finding a job would be easy.
Yeah, that's true. But I've stayed this long. Maybe that means I don't want to go. I like living with my mom and my little sister. As far as I can tell, they're happy living here. Runs in the family. He came after all. See, Megumi? He really came!
Whoa.
Thank you so much! Sorry, Megumi and I were good childhood friends. My name's Kaori Tanaka. And you're Natsuno Yuki, aren't you?
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to the funeral. I know it would mean a whole lot to her that you were able to be here. I was wondering, can I give you something? It's a keepsake of Megumi.
What? Why? Really? It's not like I was very close to Shimizu or anything. I wouldn't feel right about accepting it. Well, it's hot out here. I'm heading home.
Huh? But the burial hasn't even started yet!
Like I said, I barely knew her.
USDA jackass.
Oh, the poor Shimizus. It's always harder when a young person dies. My sister's friend in the next town over lost a girl, too.
It's sad, but even children die. She was missing all the time. I wonder what happened. She always was an odd girl. Maybe that got her into trouble.
Megumi's gone. And listen to them. Gossiping even at her funeral. It's not fair, is it, Megumi? A hole in the ground. That's where she'll end. And someday, I'll end up in a hole like that too. Someday. And I can't know when. Tomorrow, maybe? A year from now? Megumi's dead. Gone forever. Someday, I'll be gone too. Please, one moment! Megumi's birthday was coming up pretty soon, and I'd actually already bought her a present. Would you mind if I put it in with her?
Cowdy, please. Step back. They have enough to deal with right now.
I think it would be appropriate. You were a good friend of hers, weren't you? Then why don't you go on ahead? I'm sure it would make her happy that you were thinking of her.
I know it would mean a whole lot to her that you were able to be here. Can I give you something? It's a keepsake of Megumi.
How ridiculous can you get? She was like a lovesick puppy, holding on to her feelings, so sure that someday I'd return them.
I didn't give her any reason to believe that. None whatsoever. Everyone here is like that. They assign roles to people expecting them to behave a certain way. Give me a break.
The vocalization's
Hey,
really
Doc, I have
unsettling.
something
I
for you.
don't
We
like
got the
it.
results of Megumi's blood test in.
Oh, good. They're finally here. Thank you very much.
Was it anemia like you believed?
Yeah, but it is an iron deficiency anemia, the most common type, like I thought. Seems I misdiagnosed her. I expected microcytic hypochromic anemia. It's prevalent in young women. As I said, it's also known as iron deficiency anemia. But after I do a rough calculation using her red blood cell count, hemoglobin concentration, and hematocrit value, I find an increase in the reticulocyte count as well, which indicates that this was a case of normocytic normochromic anemia.
So, Doctor, what was the cause of death?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Normocytic normochromic anemia can be caused by bleeding, hemolysis, hypoplastic anemia, and secondary anemia. When I examined Megumi, I found she had no visible external wounds or major internal bleeding of any kind. And yet she died so suddenly. There must have been something seriously wrong in her body. But for the life of me, I can't figure out what. If we'd been able to do an autopsy, I'd know more.
Doctor, the family of Giichi from Marayasu Lumber just called. They're worried that something might be wrong with him.
All right, I'm on my way.
Spooky? It's me, Kae. How are you feeling?
Giichi passed away, and you determined the cause of death was acute kidney failure?
Yeah. Organ failure is not so uncommon in a person of his age, especially in heat as extreme as this.
It does seem like there's been some sort of summer cold going around.
Yeah, you're right. Remember Gigaro and Hidemasa who passed away? Apparently they both had summer colds too. At least that's what I heard the week before old lady Miyako Murasako passed away. She was here picking up her own medication when she told me.
Neither of them seem to have a fever. I wonder if that's what you call a summer cold. They've been in a daze lately.
She seemed to be doing just fine then. And a week later, she passed away as well.
Hello, Ozaki Clinic.
She seemed very tired since Thursday, so I stopped by to check in on her yesterday. She hadn't been doing well since she lost her son, her brother, and his wife. It's like she was in a daze. She was so sleepy. We thought
She was sleepy and dazed.
She just kept getting worse.
I'm sleepy. So sleepy.
I was so concerned. I said that we should call the clinic and get someone to see her, but she said...
Whatever you do, don't call the doctor.
She'd been in a daze, but that much she said very clearly. Maybe she was just afraid of going to the hospital.
Was she coughing?
No.
Moving around?
While I was here, she remained bedridden.
Any pains or breathing problems?
No, of course not! If she'd mentioned that, I would have called you whether she liked it or not. Doctor! Doctor!
Hey, Mr. Ishida?
Yes?
I have a favor to ask.
Okay. I'm looking for some numbers. Can you tell me how many people in the village died this August?
What? What's wrong? Why do you want to know that?
I'm just a little concerned. Thanks.
Junior Monk!
Yes? What's the matter?
We've had a call from the village caretaker. It seems Miss Fuki Gotoda fell suddenly ill and died.
Goodness, another death?
We've lost a lot of people this summer. I wouldn't be surprised if it continued. Same thing happened 20 years ago. People kept dying from illness and accidents, like an endless cycle.
Really?
It's fucking Pennywise. You know that clown from It? Isn't it like every 17 years or 20 years or some shit like that? He comes back? I fucking guarantee you it. It's clowns. They're the ones to blame. Clowns.
Really? That's frightening.
Sorry to impose upon you during your lunch break.
Don't worry about it. So, what brings you?
A total of 4 elderly people died last summer.
You know your stuff.
I am a monk, after all.
So your point is?
This year, we've lost Shuji, the 3 in Yamari, Megumi, Gichi, and Fuki. That's 7 dead in just the last 2 weeks. Moreover, Shuji was 39. And look at Megumi, she was only 15. Too young to die. What was the cause of Fuki's death?
Fuki's case? It was acute kidney failure.
And what led to it?
Huh? I don't know.
And with Shuji?
All of them. Gigoro, Hiremasa, Old Lady Miyako, young Megumi Shimizu, Giichi, and Fuki. Every last one of them. I have no clue why they died.
Clowns. 100%.
Then do we have an epidemic?
I'm sorry I asked you to come all this way. It's all right.
So, what I asked, did you gather the information?
10.
What? 10?
First, the 3 in Yamaiti. August 1st, Gigoro Ookawa and Hiromasa Murasako. August 5th, Mieko Murasako. August 6th, Shuji Gotora. August 11th, Takatoshi Hirosawa. August 15th, Megumi Shimizu. August 17th, Giichi Yasumori. August 18th, Yasuyuki Otsuka. August 21st, Fuki Gotora. August 23rd, Ryuji Shimizu.
A total of 10, and I wasn't even aware of some of them.
That's probably because they died in the government hospital a little ways from here up in Mizo Bay. So, Doctor, what is this? It's unusual to have so many die in this short a time. What's happening in this village?
There are various possibilities, but for now, we're assuming the worst-case scenario and suspecting an epidemic. Better to be prepared.
What? An epidemic, really?
As Toshio said, we just want to prepare for the worst.
What kind of disease is it?
We can't be sure what it is yet, but the dead had similar symptoms. It starts off with something simple. In Megumi's case, it was anemia, and with the others, I heard that they'd seemed fatigued by the summer heat or come down with colds. So the initial symptoms are relatively minor, but within a few days, they worsen drastically. There may be another case. Now from Yasumori Construction came by the clinic to see me yesterday.
I feel so tired. My mother-in-law told me that I had to go to the clinic. So here I am.
Her case seemed eerily similar to Megumi's, so I examined her thoroughly. Now,
Yes?
The
the
doctor's a
detailed
pervert.
results won't be in for a while. For now, I'll just give you some vitamins. I'd like to see you back here in 3 days. However, if your condition worsens even just the slightest bit, then I want you to come see me tomorrow too. Okay?
Okay.
Now sick. Gichi was part of the Yasumori family too. You think she was infected by him?
It is possible.
An epidemic could kill hundreds, Doctor! It's horrible! What are we gonna do?
First, we don't have enough information. We need to gather more. It's all still too uncertain. Until we know for sure this really is an epidemic, we shouldn't create a panic. That wouldn't help anyone.
I'll see if I can ask the surviving family members some casual questions. With any luck, we might be able to learn the path of the infection.
And I'll make up a flyer for the residents. Just some sort of reminder to seek medical attention if they experience any unusual symptoms. I'll be sure to let you know if any death certificates signed by someone other than you come into the office.
Meanwhile, I'll keep trying to figure this out. We have to know exactly what we're up against before we can start fighting it effectively. Whatever it is, I'm not gonna let it kill my village.
That's odd. Shimizu's gone, so why am I closing the window again?
Still nothing. Like, come on. It's supposed to be scary. I want it to be scary. I wanna experience that. But so far the only thing we know is that there's fucking clowns. Well, we don't know if there's clowns, but I'm assuming there's clowns. Yeah, I don't like them. But numbers don't lie. Okay? Happened 20 years ago. We know that Pennywise pops up after 20 years. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to give this anime a couple more episodes. I'm going to say I'll go to episode 5. This is episode 2. I'll go to episode 5. If it doesn't get better by then, it's gone. I'm just going to 86 that shit. Anyway, it is like 2:30 in the morning. So I'm going the fuck to bed. I hope you guys have a great night. Some Seraph tomorrow. I'm hoping to finish that within the next couple days. Speaking of which, I'm going to need something else to watch. So keep sending me like requests or things I should watch. I'm still thinking of Black Clover. I'm behind. I've never seen My Hero Academia. So maybe that. Maybe Assassination Classroom. I don't know. But keep sending me stuff I should be checking out. And if you guys know of a different platform I could be using to post some of these videos that I'm having issues with, let me know. Until then, have a good night. Peace.